with you beautiful people, man? It's your boy Drake. We back for another installment of Storytime. Storytime is just where I just go off the top of the dome. I tell a story, man. Tell a story about politics, tell a story about my life, tell a story about culture, tell a story about whatever. So y'all just sit back and chillax and enjoy the story. So where do I begin, bro? Where do I begin with this? You know, in my life, I've always been a really upbeat, kind of just like let loose type of dude. That's still who I am to this day. You know, I'm always believing in the power of positivity. I'm always believing in the power of loving yourself and accepting yourself. You know, I'm always believing in the power that of everything that I can do. I believe in my own power. I believe in the power of everyone around me. I'm all about self-empowerment. I'm all about empowerment of those that I love and care about. Empowerment of even the people who I don't even know. That's what I'm about. But I went through a rough patch, bro. I went through a rough patch, and going through that rough patch reaffirmed the belief that I had today. So I'm going to tell y'all about that rough patch. I'm going to tell y'all about the hole that I got into. It was deep and dark, but I climbed out of it, man, and I'm a better man for it today. Young man, you know what I'm saying? Birthday is in like 17 days. You know what I'm saying? Get the express birthday wishes going. Anyway, sidetrack. All right, so look, dog. If you know this, if you've been following this channel for a while, you know this about me. I went to boarding school. All right, I'm actually in my senior year currently. We on this online school crap. I'm about to graduate from there in maybe few weeks. So it's incredible time, bro. It's surreal. You know, coming from Atlanta, Georgia to an environment like that is a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? For me, I grew up with people, just the types of people that you wouldn't see up there. You know what I'm saying? Just good, hardworking people, but also some of the most, you know, people who did things that they had to do to survive, whether that be something illegal, whether that be something that, you know, might be frowned upon by society, but something that they had to do in order to survive. These good folks, but that's just how it was. I grew up with those types of people. I also grew up with just decent people who had good jobs, just trying to make it out here. Going up to boarding school, bro, you're surrounded. It's certainly whiter, certainly more privileged. Doesn't mean the people are any less decent. Just means that they certainly come from a different background with less things to worry about than I had to worry about, than kids like me had to worry about. And once I went up there, as I said, it was a culture shock, man. I felt like not necessarily an alien. I did feel accepted by a certain group of people, but I always knew that I would be not accepted, kind of alienated from another group of people up there. You know, and I'm not, obviously I don't throw out any names, but I'm sure you can kind of get the gist. And that was an adjustment, bro. That was an adjustment. It forced me to look inside of myself. It forced me to reevaluate what was wrong with me, right? Why am I a stranger in this environment? Why am I alienated from this group of people? Why does it feel like I'm not enough? You know what I'm saying? I was enough for some people, but I didn't see that. I couldn't push through. I kept trying to get this confirmation from those who were never going to give me the confirmation. I kept trying to seek love from those who didn't want to offer me love. And that was something that got to me. It ate at me. So I'll tell you about what happened, man. The summer between my freshman and sophomore year, I was just 15 years old. And I went to summer session at my school. Not because I was dumb or anything, but just because I wanted to have some fun and maybe take an extra class. So I went to the summer session and I tried some pot brownies. Now, if y'all know anything about pot brownies, dog, you know pot brownies be slapping. Pot brownies be slapping. But for me, it was my first time on some weed. You know what I'm saying? It caught a brother by surprise. That's all I gotta say. I thought I was gonna die. I truly thought I was about to die. I thought, hey, it's over. It's over. I curled up in a fetal position and I was like, all right, God, take me now. God, take me now. That's genuinely how it felt, bro. It was a crazy experience. I woke up from whatever state I was in, tried it again, and it became kind of like a recreational thing for me. But that initial trip freaked me out. It changed my brain chemistry, I think. And at first it was in a negative way. At first. So the next couple of months for me, I would have these recurring, almost panic attacks. Where I thought I was high. I thought I was back in that state of mind when I obviously wasn't. I was completely sober. It would strike every now and then. And then one night, a couple of months later, it hit. It hit bad. Hit so bad. September 21st, 2018. No, 2017. I remember the exact day. At 9:21 p.m. And I went into this vortex of panic. I kept thinking to myself, oh my God, I can't calm down. I can't calm down. I can't think. I can't process. What is wrong with me? Am I high? Did someone slip me something? Am I tripping? Am I hallucinating? What's going on? I was freaking the fuck out. And dude, like, I was tweaking. It felt like I was back in that state, but 10 times worse. It felt like I was locked in this place forever. I genuinely thought to myself I was going to be locked like this crazy forever. But the only way to get out of it might be to kill myself. That was the thought going through my mind at this time, and I'm 15 years old. Like, this was something I'd never experienced before. I didn't know what a panic attack was. I'd never been exposed to mental health education or anything like that. I didn't know what this was. And in this, I'm gonna relate this back to the social isolation I was feeling earlier. So I finally got out of the panic attack, man. This vortex of panic, the most frightened feeling I ever felt in my life. And I've been in plenty of situations where I should have been frightened. This to this day is the most frightened I've ever been. And I woke up from that state, dog, and like, I was so afraid to be alone. I was so afraid to be alone. I did not trust my mind. I went to my school's health center, and the nurse just like told her to keep the door open, and she just came in and comforted me. I never thought of myself as somebody who needed to go to counseling, needed to go to therapy. But the days kept getting worse and worse from there, man. I was so frightened that I was gonna fall back into that state and never come back. So finally, I had to go to counseling. I had to get over the taboo and go to counseling. And when I went to counseling, bro, they told me, Drake, the reason why you are feeling so anxious is not just because of marijuana or like a bad experience that you've had with it. It's also because you have issues that you have never seemed to address. It's bound you up in this ball of anxiety that's just now starting to come to fruition. And you have to slowly but surely unravel that ball and start to accept yourself. It was always something that I'd done blindly, but I never fully appreciated the fact that I needed to love myself, accept my flaws, accept my strengths, accept me for me. Because it was getting to the point that I would be frightened. I was feeling so socially anxious. Even basic interactions with people that I trusted, they were freaking me out. Because I couldn't trust myself. I couldn't trust anything. And month by month, I slowly got better. I would still have relapses where I just, I go into the state of panic, but I remain calm. I never had a suicidal thought ever again. And I just always remained grounded in the fact that I needed to accept myself, accept my anxiety, accept the pain that I've been through, the trauma that I've been through throughout my life, and even once I went to boarding school in a new environment, and start to accept that I am who I am. Accept that I am who I am. Nobody can control that. I am the master of my own fate. And it's time for me to love that, to appreciate that, to be my own best friend. And from that day forward, man, every day, I thank whatever was responsible. The Force, Zeus, my mom, my pop, whatever. I thank just everything in the world for making me me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the gift of life, the ability to go out every day and be myself. The ability to go out every day and cherish this beautiful world around us. To go out every day and love myself and pursue my dreams and pursue my passions. Just like this. It's a passion for me to share this story with y'all. Every day I wake up excited to do it, man. And that's something I couldn't say before. Before I had to go through that panic, that anxiety. I was scared at the time I needed to go on medication. I've never touched one anxiety medication. Because it taught me to accept myself, accept my circumstances, accept whatever state of mind I'm in, and keep moving forward. Be positive, think love, and keep moving forward. If that made any sense to y'all, I hope it did, because I think it's a really powerful message. It's something that everybody can learn a little thing or two from, man. It certainly has changed me. It's changed me for the better. Going through that experience, at first it was tough. At first it felt like I'd never make it out and that I was hopeless. Slowly but surely I crawled out of that hole, man. by accepting and loving myself and loving my flaws, loving my life, accepting it for what it is, and keep pushing every day and striving to be a better person. Every single day, striving to love myself, accept myself, and be the best version of myself I can be. And if I can do that, me just being some kid from Atlanta, I think y'all can do that too. So with that, man, bless up. Y'all stay safe. Hope y'all enjoy the story.
Chillin' with the boys, yeah, we making all this noise. Can't complain, riding in the fast lane. To the top, we don't stop, up till past 5 o'clock. Smoking trees.